They call it a blessing, but it's really a curse. Everyone wants to be the chosen one until they realize what that actually means. It means people expecting perfection before you even get a chance to prove yourself. It means you're not judged for what you do, but for how close you are to someone who already did it first. We live in a world obsessed with the next big thing, the next Michael Jordan, the next Beyoncé, the next Aaliyah. It's like people don't want you to have your own greatness. They don't want new greatness. They just want a remix of the old one. And when those comparisons start flying way too early, that just don't create pressure. They destroy careers. They crush creativity and sometimes ruin people before they even get to start. Today we're here to break that Today we're here to break that down. This is Ish from Just Say Anything TV. See y'all soon. Cue the intro.
You're not just saying that?
I never just say anything.
Let's be honest. Comparisons are the lazy man's way to describe greatness. It's human nature, yes. Our brains look for patterns because they help us understand what's going on now. When we see something new, we automatically try to match it to something familiar. That's why the media loves saying stuff like the next Michael Jordan, the next Michael Jackson. It gives people a reference point, a shortcut. But does it really rob the new person of their identity? I think so. It's like giving someone a house, but not the key. They own it, but they can't move in the furniture. When people compare you to a legend, the bar instantly becomes unfair because you no longer get to be allowed to just be good, to have growing pains. You have to be legendary right away. And anything less look like failure. It's more like a curse than a gift to me. You don't get to evolve like your idol did. You're expected to arrive as your idol from day one. The music industry loves to sell stories before they sell songs. And that's why we get a lot of the next big thing because it's a marketing tool. For example, when Timberland said Aaliyah came to him in a dream and told him that his new artist Tink at the time was the one, the internet lost its mind because people were ready to believe that Tink was a reincarnation of Aaliyah's spirit and modern body. And that's not fair to anybody. Tink was a very talented artist and still is, but she was just a young artist trying to find her voice. Suddenly she's being compared to a woman who defined an entire era. And what makes it even more unfair is she passed away. How can you compare with someone who's not here anymore? It's like being told your first mixtape or your first song has to be one in a million. That's not pressure, that's actually a setup. Same thing happened to the artist Normani. Every time she drops something, people say she's giving Beyoncé. Like she can't exist being someone else's echo. Normani is insanely talented, but it's hard to shine when your glow is constantly being measured against a big light and a big star like Beyoncé. And let's not forget about Rita Ora. When she signed to Roc Nation, the world immediately said she was the next Rihanna. Or at least that's what Roc Nation was saying. Her label just kept pushing that comparison. That might have helped for early press, yes, but in the long term, it actually hurt her career. Rihanna was already a big name, and when she didn't meet that criteria, people was off her. Because people don't like replacements, they actually like originality. And that's what comparison really feels like to me. It's recycled nostalgia. Same thing's going on inside the movie industry right now where they want to create the same movies over and over again and not come up with new IPs because they're scared. They want to make money. So that's why in the music industry, they put these comparisons to create a narrative to make the artists blow or become popular because they don't want to do the legwork anymore. They don't want to take the risk. They're being very complacent. They put in artists in cages before they even get to start because once people think that they figured you out, they stop listening. Why am I listening to someone like Rihanna if I can just listen to Rihanna? And that's how great artists get lost before they even have a chance to even be found. And it's not just in music, it's in sports as well too. This curse goes from every industry in the world. And I believe sports might be even worse because fans love a great myth, something larger than life. Every few years, somebody in the NBA and the media, they can't help themselves. They say stuff like, he's the next Michael Jordan. But let's look what that really means. Harold Miner was literally nicknamed Baby Jordan. Yes, the man could fly. He would win dunk contests. He had the build of Jordan, the style, even the swag a little bit. But he wasn't Jordan. He didn't have the same system, the same timing, the same league structure. And because he wasn't MJ level, the world turned his back on him, calling him a bust. Same thing with Jerry Stackhouse. He even went to UNC. He had a smooth mid-range, elite footwork. He was ball like Jordan too, but the Jordan comparisons follow him like a ghost. Imagine being called a failure because you weren't the greatest player in history. And then there's Andrew Wiggins. In the modern era, they call him Maple Jordan because he's from Canada. That nickname haunted him from high school to the pros. And even after being an all-star, an NBA champion, and a key piece for a finals team, people still act like he underperformed. Why? Because the story they were sold was he was supposed to be the next Jordan. And that's what curses does. It blinds people to your actual greatness because they're too busy looking for someone else's reflection. It's like no matter what you do, the shadow always stretches further than the spotlight. But every once in a while, someone beats the curse. And I think the closest one is LeBron James because he was the chosen one. He had it tattooed on his back before he even touched the NBA floor. He didn't run from the label, he embraced it. And somehow, I believe he actually lived up to it. But that's really rare. That's like 1 in a billion. Even LeBron's son, Bronny, can't escape this shadow. Every time he steps on the court, people say he's no LeBron. He's not the king. And maybe he's not supposed to be. Maybe he's just supposed to be Bronny. That's how deep the curse runs. It can even stretch across generations. So if this curse ruins people, why does it keep happening? Simple. It sells. Comparison make marketing easy. They give lazy media instant headlines. Next Jordan, the new Beyoncé. That is gold in media. Labels and networks know it triggers clicks, shares, and debates. People love nostalgia. They don't want something new. They want to feel like they felt before. But that comes with a cost. You can't build new icons if you keep comparing them to old ones. So the media actually doing a detriment to themselves because if no one can ever be better than Jordan, why would I watch an NBA game? If no one is better than Beyoncé ever, then why would I buy music? You see where I'm going with this? So how do you beat the curse? You stop chasing ghosts. You stop trying to be the next somebody and focus on being the first you. That's the only way out. When Tink said, "I'm my own artist," she was rewriting the script. When Normani said, "I'm not trying to be Beyoncé," she was just trying to be her own artist. That was liberation. Because the truth is, comparison can't kill what's authentic. You don't have to be the next Jordan if you're willing to be the first you. That's how we carve our own lanes. That's how you make legacy instead of replicas. And for us fans, we have to do better too. Stop comparing everything. Appreciate
Well, what's
people
your
for what
name,
they bring to
son?
the table, not what they remind you of, what makes it feel familiar for you. Because when we do that, actually allow artists to be themselves, we give new greatness the space to grow. Because every generation deserves its own heroes, not copies, but originals. Because being the chosen one sounds divine until you realize that moment you're chosen, you stop being you. So maybe the goal isn't to be chosen. Maybe it's to choose yourself. That's been my video for today. This has been Ish from Just Say Anything. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this video and this topic. Thank you for watching this far. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. See y'all in the next video. Peace.
Just say anything. Like, share, and subscribe.
You're not just saying that?
I never just say anything.